Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Cardboard. My name is Corey.
I'm John.
And I'm Nick.
And we are going to be talking about the introduction to our channel, who we are as gamers, how many years we've been in the hobby, and who Talking Cardboard is as a channel as a whole. So let's get into it. Like I said, my name is Corey. I've been in the hobby now for many, many years. Back to 2010 is mainly when I got into today's modern board gaming in the hobby sense. I started with some of the simpler games that I could find at local game stores and kind of worked my way up from there, eventually to heavier and heavier Euro strategic games. I really like deck building mixed with, I used to like worker placement more, but now more area control and anything that has a twist on some of the more common mechanisms that you saw in previous games and how they make them different. I'm just a very mechanisms driven type of gamer, to all the new mechanisms that come out each and every year that I'm excited to try. And what I'm most excited for about this group as a whole is just coming out with more content and more of what we've already been doing, but also adding some other segments as well, getting some more playthroughs and some deeper dives and really getting into the gameplay structure of some games, which we haven't really done in previous content. So I'm really excited about those deeper dives, more strategy talk, getting to more conventions and talking to more publishers and just being more of a presence at some of these larger events. So that's what I'm looking forward to most.
Again, I'm John. I kind of got into this hobby a few years ago, actually thanks to Corey. Obviously, I grew up playing board games and stuff, but it wasn't until randomly one day I went to Corey's through another friends, kind of got invited back, and that's really where I just got hitched to this Talking Cardboard idea, and ever since been playing games. Some of my favorite types of games are deck building games such as Clank or Area Control, like Dune Imperium. I'm also a really big fan of tile placements. May or may not see Queen Domino on these lists here and there. I also have another group of friends that I play a ton of Magic the Gathering with. Been doing that since college, even a little bit growing up, like I had mentioned earlier. So big into that. You'll probably see some content here to do with Magic. And then my other big passion in life is Star Wars. So you're gonna see Star Wars related games hit the table here and there, and I'm kind of the go-to guy for anything Star Wars related. Some of the things I'm looking forward to with the channel are doing live streams of the games we're playing. I also really enjoy doing our Extra Life fundraiser that we try to do at least one day a year, where we do a long 24-hour marathon raising money for the Children's Hospital in St. Paul. The other thing I'll mention that I'm excited for is engaging with the community here on our YouTube channel. I really want to meet more people, get more invested into what other people are playing and what their thoughts and questions may be about the board gaming hobby.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and I've been playing board games since I was a young kid. My friends in my neighborhood and I would play games like Cranium and Pokemon Master Trainer. Outdoors, usually we'd bring out, in the summertime, bring out a cardboard table and some chairs. But it wasn't until middle school or high school when I really got into hobby board gaming. I got a copy of B-17 Queen of the Skies, which introduced me first to the complexity of what board games can be, and also wargaming, and also that there's games out there that are designed for solitaire play only. And since then, I've really enjoyed exploring the hobby, learning about all sorts of different types of war games. That's a big passion of mine, and different types of solitaire games. But I also really love the Ameritrash dungeon crawler type games, where you're developing your characters, you're rolling dice to resolve combat, all that type of fun stuff. So in general, love most types of board games and mechanics, but those are the types that I would try to get to the table the most. And in terms of what I'm looking forward to with Talking Cardboard, I just really enjoy expanding this hobby. I think there's so many people around our communities that aren't aware of how deep of a hobby this is, how many types of board games there are, how many additional board games there are than what you see on the shelf of your big box stores. And then also, I think there's just great opportunities to use some of the more scientific themed board games as educational tools, and bringing those to light to make sure that parents and even educators are aware. There's a lot of really well-designed hobby board games that also are very educational, and I think there's a great opportunity to leverage board games for that type of thing as well.
That is kind of our main goal, or our main mission for the channel, really, is just to grow that community and have a presence out there and really do what we can to fill those gaps within the community as a whole. Do whatever we can to grow, focus on YouTube content, and really push out as much content as we can, as widespread as possible, for you all to see.
Yeah, and speaking of content, some of the things we're going to try doing more consistently going forward is do like our top games of all time at the beginning of every year, so we can kind of keep people in suspense and show what are we really enjoying playing from year to year. We're going to be doing game previews along with our game reviews. We're going to do more strategy deep dives into some of the games we really like and get to the table frequently. We're going to do a segment where we pit two similar-ish games head to head and see kind of what our thoughts are on those two games and what setting would make each game more ideal to people. And then we're going to do like we always have, where we have some random top XX lists where we're just going into something more niche, maybe something like top war games or top tile placement games, stuff like that. But really just want to get, like Corey said, a wide variety of topics out there for everyone to kind of take a peek at and, you know, look at what really appeals to them.
And in addition then to the content, as we've already been kind of alluding to, a big part of what we want to do is just expand this hobby, break down the barriers of entry. I feel that the hobby already has so many people that have known about board games for years, but there's so many more out there that just aren't aware, again, of how many types of board games that exist. And to make that a reality, we're looking at being more involved at conventions. We already had the opportunity this year to be at Con of the North here in the Twin Cities, and also build more of a network with others in the industry, at least around our local area in the Twin Cities, such as with designers and publishing companies. Also reach out and collaborate with local stores, and of course other content creators that are out there. And if you're watching this and are doing your own thing with related to board games and see an opportunity to work with us, definitely reach out. We'd be happy to explore those types of opportunities. So we have a lot more in our mind that we want to do down the road, in addition then to the content creation that John was talking about.
Yeah, use us as a resource.
Yes.
We've been in the hobby, like we said, for many years, and we've been deep diving in the hobby for many years. So leave in the comments below if you have any questions for us or any questions about games. We love to interact with the community. We know a lot about the gaming hobby in general, and like Nick said too, any other content creators, designers, publishing companies, anybody else out there that want to reach out to us, feel free to do so. Our email is talkingcardboard@outlook.com. So a nice, easy one to remember. You can always reach out to us in that email address there, and we will respond right away. We check that every day. So that is who we are as Talking Cardboard. And until next time, you all enjoy gaming.